Did you know that right now, as you're watching this video, your muscles might be disappearing at a rate of up to 8% per decade after 60? And here's what nobody's telling you. That daily bone broth you're religiously sipping, it's doing almost nothing to stop it. I know that sounds harsh, but what if I told you there's a specific food that 92% of people over 60 are eating wrong, or not eating at all, and it's the real reason your legs feel weaker, your balance is shakier, and getting up from a chair takes effort now? This isn't about aging gracefully. This is about sarcopenia, the silent muscle thief that steals your independence, increases your fall risk by 340%, and puts you on a fast track to frailty. But here's the truth the supplement industry doesn't want you to know. You don't need expensive powders or exotic bone broths. By the end of this video, you'll discover the exact food that triggers muscle protein synthesis better than almost anything else, the 5 deadly mistakes sabotaging your muscle right now, and a simple system used by thousands to feel strong and energized again. Stay with me. Your future mobility depends on what you learn in the next few minutes. Welcome back to Senior 365. I am Dr. Campbell, and I'm here because I've spent over 2 decades researching nutrition and longevity, working directly with people just like you who thought their strength was gone forever. And I've seen 70-year-olds regain the energy of someone 20 years younger, simply by fixing what they eat and when they eat it. But this isn't just about me. This is about you. So do me a favor right now. Drop a comment below and tell me your age and where you're watching from. And tell me honestly, have you noticed your strength declining? Your grip getting weaker? Your legs feeling heavier? You're not alone, and you're definitely not broken. What's happening to you is reversible. I've seen it hundreds of times. So let's get into the science, then the solutions. Because understanding why this is happening is the first step to stopping it. Here's what's really going on inside your body after 60. Your muscles are made of protein fibers. Every single day, your body breaks down old muscle protein and rebuilds new muscle protein. This is called muscle protein turnover. When you're young, this process stays balanced. But after 60, something shifts. Your body becomes what scientists call, you can eat the same amount of protein you ate at 40, but your muscles barely notice. They need a stronger signal, a bigger stimulus, to start rebuilding. At the same time, inflammation increases, hormones shift, and your digestive system absorbs nutrients less efficiently. The result? Your body breaks down more muscle than it builds. Month after month, year after year. That's sarcopenia. And it's why you feel weaker, why stairs feel steeper, why your clothes fit differently. But here's what excites me. Recent research shows that when you eat the right food in the right way, you can override this resistance. You can force your muscles to wake up and grow again, even at 65, 70, or 75. But first, let me show you the 5 things that are killing your muscle right now. Because if you don't stop these, nothing else will work. Mistake 1. Eating protein. Like a sparrow, most people over 60 eat tiny amounts of protein spread across the day. A little yogurt at breakfast, a small piece of chicken at lunch, maybe some cheese at dinner. It feels balanced, it feels healthy. But here's the problem. Your muscles have a threshold. Scientists call it the leucine threshold. Unless you consume enough protein in one sitting, specifically 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein, your muscles don't get the signal to rebuild. It's like trying to start a fire with one match at a time. You need enough fuel all at once to create the spark. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who ate protein in small amounts throughout the day lost muscle mass, while those who ate larger amounts per meal maintained or even gained muscle. We're talking about a 30% difference in muscle protein synthesis. If you're eating protein like a sparrow, your muscles are starving. And that brings us to mistake number 2. Mistake 2, skipping breakfast. Protein. You wake up, you have coffee, maybe some toast, perhaps oatmeal with fruit. Sounds harmless, right? Wrong. After sleeping for 7 to 8 hours, your body has been in a fasted state. Your muscles have been breaking down all night, with nothing coming in to rebuild them. And what do most people do? They extend that fast by eating a carb-heavy, low-protein breakfast. Research from the University of Texas showed that eating 30 grams of protein at breakfast can increase muscle protein synthesis by up to 25%, but instead, you give them sugar and starch. Here's the kicker. Skipping morning protein doesn't just affect your muscles. It affects your energy, your blood sugar stability, and even your appetite later in the day. You end up craving sweets by 3 p.m. because your body never got what it needed at 8 a.m. Your breakfast sets the tone for your entire day. Mess it up, and your muscles suffer. Which leads us directly to mistake number 3. Mistake 3. Relying on healthy plant proteins alone. Let me be clear, I'm not against plants. But if you're over 60 and trying to rebuild muscle, relying only on beans, lentils, nuts, and quinoa is a slow road to sarcopenia. Why? 2 reasons. First, plant proteins are less bioavailable. Your body can't absorb and use them as efficiently as animal proteins. You'd need to eat nearly 50% more plant protein to get the same muscle-building effect. Second, plant proteins are lower in leucine, the specific amino acid that triggers muscle growth. A landmark study in the Journal of Nutrition compared older adults eating plant-based protein to those eating animal protein. The animal protein group gained significantly more muscle mass, even when total protein intake was the same. We're talking about real measurable differences in strength and function. Now, I've worked with vegetarians and vegans who've built muscles successfully, but it requires careful planning, higher quantities, and often supplementation. For most people over 60 who are already struggling, animal protein is the most efficient path. If you're eating only plant proteins, you're fighting an uphill battle. But mistake number 4 might be even more damaging. Mistake 4. Drinking your calories smoothies, protein shakes, meal replacement drinks. They seem convenient, especially if chewing is difficult or you're short on time. But here's what research shows. Liquid protein doesn't build muscle as effectively as whole food protein. When you chew solid food, you trigger a cascade of digestive signals. Your body releases enzymes, increases blood flow to your muscles, and optimizes protein absorption. Liquids bypass much of this process. They're absorbed quickly, but they don't create the same anabolic response. A study from McMaster University found that older adults who consumed whole food protein had 25% greater muscle protein synthesis compared to those drinking protein shakes with the same amount of protein. Your muscles need the work of digestion to fully activate. Plus, liquids don't satisfy you the same way. You can drink 400 calories in 5 minutes and feel hungry an hour later. That leads to overeating, blood sugar spikes, and inflammation, all of which accelerate muscle loss. Drinking your calories might seem smart, but your muscles disagree. And now, the biggest mistake of all. Mistake 5. Ignoring meal timing. You might be eating enough protein. You might even be eating the right foods. But if you're eating them at the wrong times, you're still losing muscle. Here's the truth. Your muscles don't care about your daily protein total. They care about each meal. If you eat 60 grams of protein at dinner and only 10 grams at breakfast and lunch, your body can't store the extra from dinner for later. It just burns it for energy or converts it to glucose. Research from the Nutrition and Metabolism Society found that distributing protein evenly across 3 meals, with at least 25 to 30 grams per meal, leads to significantly better muscle retention than eating the same total amount unevenly. And there's more. Eating protein too close to bedtime without prior movement can lead to poor digestion and wasted nutrients. Your muscles are most receptive after activity and in the morning. Timing isn't everything, but it's the difference between maintaining muscle and losing it. Your muscles are waiting for the right signal at the right time. Give it to them and they'll respond. Ignore it and they'll keep shrinking. Now here's the good news, and I mean really good news. Everything I just described is fixable. You are not destined to be weak. You are not too old. Your body is still capable of building muscle, regaining strength, and feeling powerful again. I've seen it in people much older than you. The science is clear. Sarcopenia is reversible. Muscle loss can be stopped and even reversed, often in a matter of weeks, not years. You just need the right fuel, the right timing, and the right system. So before we go further, do me a favor. If this information is already changing how you think about your meals, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. And drop a comment below. I'm ready to rebuild. Let me know you're serious, because what I'm about to share next could change everything. Let's talk about the 5 foods and strategies that will wake your muscles back up and make you feel decades younger. Solution 1. Eggs, the perfect muscle builder. Forget bone broth. Forget collagen powders. The single most powerful, affordable, and efficient muscle-building food for people over 60 is eggs. Here's why. Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids in the exact ratios your body needs. They're rich in leucine, the amino acid that directly signals your muscles to grow. 3 large eggs give you about 18 grams of complete protein, plus vitamins D, B12, choline, and healthy fats that support hormone production and reduce inflammation. And here's the best part. Eggs work fast. Within hours of eating them, your muscles start synthesizing new protein. You don't need expensive supplements. You don't need rare superfoods. You need eggs. Eat 3 whole eggs every morning, cooked any way you like. Pair them with some vegetables for fiber, and you've just given your muscles exactly what they need to rebuild all day long. Solution 2. Wild-caught salmon, the anti-inflammatory powerhouse. Muscle loss isn't just about protein, it's about inflammation. Chronic inflammation destroys muscle tissue faster than your body can rebuild it. And here's where salmon becomes your secret weapon. Wild-caught salmon is packed with omega-3 fatty acids, specifically EPA and DHA, which directly reduce inflammatory markers in your body. A study published in Clinical Nutrition showed that older adults who consumed omega-3-rich fish experienced increased muscle mass and strength, even without changing their exercise routine. Salmon also provides 25 grams of high-quality protein per 4-ounce serving, along with vitamin D, selenium, and B vitamins that support energy production and muscle function. Think of salmon as a 2-in-1 solution. It feeds your muscles while protecting them from the inflammation that's been tearing them down. Eat wild-caught salmon at least twice a week. Bake it with lemon and herbs, or grill it with olive oil. If fresh salmon is too expensive, canned wild salmon works just as well. Mix it into salads or eat it straight from the can. Solution 3. Greek yogurt, the convenient protein punch. If you're looking for a quick, easy, muscle-building snack, Greek yogurt is your best friend. 1 cup of plain Greek yogurt contains around 20 grams of protein, plus probiotics that improve gut health and nutrient absorption. Remember earlier when I said your digestive system becomes less efficient after 60? Greek yogurt helps fix that. Research from the International Journal of Sport Nutrition found that older adults who consumed dairy protein, particularly from yogurt, had better muscle retention and recovery compared to those who didn't. The casein protein in yogurt digests slowly, providing a steady stream of amino acids to your muscles for hours. Plus, Greek yogurt is versatile. You can eat it plain, mix it with berries, add it to smoothies, though remember, solid food is better, or use it as a base for dips and dressings. Have 1 cup of plain, full-fat Greek yogurt as a snack between meals, or pair it with your breakfast eggs. Avoid the flavored versions loaded with sugar. Keep it simple. Keep it pure. Solution 4. Grass-fed beef. The strength restorer. Yes, red meat has been demonized. But if you're over 60 and losing muscle, grass-fed beef might be one of the most powerful foods you can eat. Grass-fed beef is rich in creatine, a compound that directly fuels your muscles during movement and strength training. It's also loaded with iron, zinc, and B vitamins, all of which decline as you age, and all of which are essential for muscle function and energy. The key is quality. Grass-fed organic beef contains higher levels of omega-3s and CLA, conjugated linoleic acid, which support muscle growth and fat loss. Factory-farmed beef doesn't have the same benefits. Eat a palm-sized portion of grass-fed beef 2 to 3 times per week. Pair it with leafy greens and sweet potatoes for a complete, muscle-building meal. If beef isn't your preference, bison and lamb work similarly. Solution 5. Cottage cheese. Before bed, the overnight rebuilder. Here's a strategy most people never think about. Eating the right protein before bed can help your muscles rebuild while you sleep. Cottage cheese is rich in casein protein, which digests slowly over 6 to 8 hours. That means while you're sleeping, your muscles are receiving a steady supply of amino acids, preventing the overnight muscle breakdown that normally happens during fasting. A study in Medicine and Science in Sports and Exercise showed that older adults who consumed casein protein before bed had significantly higher rates of overnight muscle protein synthesis compared to those who didn't. 1 cup of cottage cheese provides about 25 grams of protein, plus calcium and magnesium, which support muscle contraction and relaxation. Eat half a cup to 1 cup of full-fat cottage cheese 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Add a small handful of berries or a drizzle of honey if you need a touch of sweetness. Your muscles will thank you in the morning. Now, if you're serious about rebuilding your strength, energy, and independence, I want to invite you to take the next step with me. Everything I've shared today is powerful, but it's just the beginning. What if you had a complete, step-by-step system that told you exactly what to eat, when to eat it, how to move your body safely, and how to optimize your sleep hormones and mindset for total vitality? That's exactly what the 365 Vitality Blueprint is. It's a comprehensive digital program designed specifically for people over 60 who refuse to accept weakness as inevitable. Inside, you'll get daily meal plans, shopping lists, exercise routines you can do at home, recovery protocols, and mindset strategies used by thousands who've already transformed their lives. This isn't a quick fix. It's a sustainable lifestyle system, and it works. You'll find the link in the description below. Grab the 365 Vitality Blueprint today and start your transformation. Now, let me tell you something important. You are not broken, you are not too old, and you are not destined to spend the rest of your life weak, tired, and dependent on others. But here's the truth. Most people will watch this video, nod along, feel inspired for a moment, and then do nothing. They'll go back to their same meals, their same habits, and their same slow decline. But you're not most people. You wouldn't have watched this far if you were. You're someone who takes action. You're someone who fights for your independence. You're someone who knows that life after 60 can be just as powerful, just as vibrant, and just as fulfilling as any decade before it. If you enjoyed the video, like it and hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below. Tell me, I'm ready to rebuild. Or share one thing you're going to change after watching this. Let's build a movement of people who believe strength has no expiration date. And finally, if you're truly committed, grab the 365 Vitality Blueprint from the link in the description. Your future self, the one who's strong, confident, and independent, is waiting for you to take that step. You've got this. I believe in you, and I can't wait to hear your transformation story. Now go take action. subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video.